Hello, adventurers and dungeon masters. This is the show where I read your next adventure's tarot with Magic the Gathering cards. We're returning once again to my Eowyn deck. We do love ourselves a powerful woman, so we're going to use her powerful deck to determine today's D&D story adventure. You guys know how this works. We're going to go ahead and take 5 cards, and we'll use those 5 cards to tell a story. And there are a lot of lands in this one. To tell a story that you can take to your next D&D adventure, one-shot, work it into your main story, your main plot, and use a little bit of inspiration, because we can always use that inspiration. Always helps. We're always in need of coming up with new and interesting ideas for our adventures, for our heroes, for our players. Let's cut the deck. We're going to draw 5 cards. 1 determines our hero's objective. 2 determines the challenges and obstacles. 3 determines an influencing NPC. 4 determines the big bad of the adventure. And 5 determines the reward of our adventurers. So let's see what our number 1 card is. Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. We can use the name, the picture, or flavor text if there is any. All right, so our objective. Next we have the challenge, Path to Exile. This seems interesting. Okay. And then for our 3rd card, this is going to determine an influencing NPC. Weathered Wayfarer. This is very okay. I like where this is developing, especially since I plan on running travel here soon in one of my upcoming games. Outlaw's Merriment is going to be the big bad of the adventure. And then finally, for the reward, we have Lightning Greaves. This is a fun and interesting combination. However, the greatest challenge I think I see here is the first card. So this would be the hero's objective, our inciting incident, if you will. Path to Exile, Weathered Wayfarer, Outlaw's Merriment, and Lightning Greaves all make for a very interesting adventure almost naturally. But what is the goal? What should our adventurers be doing? I feel like what this is speaking to me is that the adventurers are called to help find missing villagers, missing NPCs. We know from the Lord of the Rings context that these are halflings, but you could interpret that as children. You could interpret that a few different ways. I'm going to just say NPCs. There are some NPCs that have gone missing, and you as adventurers are tasked with trying to find them. You know what? I'll interpret that as young adults. We're going to say young adults have gone missing from the village, and the village has promised the heroes a reward for finding them. Unfortunately, the last known place they were seen was on a path or a region that was desolate or considered dangerous. A place where people go and no one comes back. And you're tasked to explore there. The reason the villagers or the quest givers haven't gone there is because they themselves know if they go in this direction, they'll never return. But for some reason, these these NPCs are very important. Maybe they're the children of the nobles or the leaders of the village. Maybe the children of the religious leaders. The helpful NPC is going to be maybe a scout they find. Now, I do not recommend the scout being in the village that gives them the quest. Rather, the scout should be someone that the adventurers run into after they've gone some distance from the village in the exile zone. And the reason for that is because this particular NPC should be used as a plot piece to kind of hint to the adventurers that something is not right. The story they're being given is not the full story. And depending on charisma checks, or maybe even giving the wayfarer something that he wants or desires, he agrees. He agrees to go ahead and help the adventurers. Or he could be a hindrance. He could be someone who kind of leads them astray. The help or hindrance is determined by how he introduces them to the outlaws of Merriman. The outlaws being a band of local bandits in the region that if he's been encouraged or incentivized to help the adventurers, he takes them to this band of outlaws that he trades with or does business with as a friend. If the adventurers have somehow managed to get on his bad side, maybe he draws them in and brings them to the outlaws, but it is an ambush, it is a trap. Takes them to maybe an empty camp where the outlaws then leap out and attack the adventurers. And then the reward, the lightning greaves. Before we get to the lightning greaves, this would be where our heroes find the missing NPCs. So in this story, in this scenario, the heroes find that the NPCs are the bandits. Maybe they are even the leaders of a group of bandits that have been harrying the town, and the villagers were wanting their youth back to protect them from the bandits. But then these bandits are maybe getting their get back on a town that maybe mistreats them or is maybe ill-aligned with the goals of these bandits somehow. And you can make that good or bad however you want. But the bandits, I think it would be interesting if the bandits were, or the abducted citizens were actually in the bandit group, and that they weren't abducted at all, they ran away. And that brings your heroes to the moral dilemma of, do they try to take these characters, this youth, back by force, effectively becoming the abductors that they were supposed to be saving their friends from, or do they work with the bandits? Do they come up with a story or agree to share a story with the village? Maybe the bandits try to strike a bargain with the heroes to tell the villagers that the youth had perished, had passed away. And then finally, I think the reward should probably be some +1 armor, maybe some magical armor. You could even use the lightning greaves as direct inspiration, that it gives them an extra 5 or 10 feet of movement speed. But there you go. There you have the adventure of the Merry Bandits. Take it, use it for your own D&D adventure. And may you save on your saving throws. Goodbye, everyone. Bye. Hello, adventurers and dungeon masters. Did I say masters? I did.